a simple guy, and I broke out the sticks with jelly. I thought some of it be fun. And looking at the city now, so it's a bit of a techie world now that we're moving in, and there's lots of techie things everywhere. So there's apps for everything, right? So you think about it, you've got fitness apps. So why is it? One of my friends can go in, they run on the fitness apps, they run 5Ks, and they do so many calories off their weight. Then I go running, I run 5Ks, I don't lose as much. Okay. So you've got this theory, it's probably the AIs that are doing the measurement of it. So they take things into consideration, like my age, my weight, and the fact that I was running in Burger King. So I arrived at work recently, and it was a beautiful day. I'm on the way to work, it was gorgeous morning, and the sun's shining, there was a nice breeze, and it was lovely. I walked inside and I said this to one of my colleagues, it's a beautiful day outside. He goes, it really is, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, what's the temperature outside? And I'm like, what kind of person has a beautiful day? That's absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous, it's paradise. I'm just going to get my phone out.
It's a kid's
there's all sorts of things that confuse me nowadays. All these dietary requirements, people going into a cafe and they're going, oh, could I have a gluten-free soy-fed latte with a kombucha infusion, please? Lovely eggplant. I hate eggplant. You like eggplant?
Not really.
I don't get it. See, I'm the son of a big farmer. When I grew up, eggplant was good food. You just swallow it. Smash on the ground and you can probably eat it. But as I say, I grew up in the country, kind of a big farmer, but I'm a father myself now, and I've got a boy, he's absolutely gorgeous, I love him. And so I like taking out to the country sometimes to experience some of the things I had when I was a kid. So I recently did a trip with some of my friends to Windaya, about 20 k's out of the country, way out in the sticks. And we go to this event they have on in the town called James Fest. And you know, all the little lands, I think called up Land States. So, but we go there, they had a few things. They had sheep, they had country music there, but they also had mouse races.
What?
Oh, okay. One of these mouse races. So anyway, I go there, what they've got, they've got this big contraption there, big white shelf with perfect size, and all the slaps going across it. I was like, this is not unusual, so I'll get out my phone and I'm ready to feel it. And then I go, and here I was expecting cute little mice to come running out and rush you, but it was all little brown field mice. So these buggers that put me in things, they just went out in the grass and caught a bunch of mice and put those in there. But then they get out. The mice are running all over the floor, they're running up his legs, there's women stealing, there's commotion all over the place, and absolute poop. This is nuts, and then it's all the judgments. I was at my friend's house the other day, and we're sitting there chatting, and she makes this comment, she goes, I really love my feet. And the people cheeky comment in mine, well, they probably love you too. But it got me thinking, do you think that's why some people can't dance? Their feet don't like them? What did your feet decided they wanted to do someone else's feet? They didn't like you anymore. So you go to bed one night, and you wake up the next morning, you're at somebody else's house wearing a big red cowboy boot. So, maybe your feet just get lazy. Maybe that's what it is. I think that might explain slow walkers. I don't like slow walkers. I'm stuck behind it. I think the feet just don't like them. She's stuck behind the slow walker, and I think they're always in your way. I think it's like when you're riding a bike, when you go really slow, you start losing balance. So when people walk slow, they start walking like this, and they're just stuck behind them. So I think maybe what we've got to do is put L-plates on them. So to help them keep out of the way, what I might do is start a training school, a walker school. So I'm going to walk beside some people and say, make sure you check the mirrors, don't walk sideways, check before you step down in traffic. It's do you think Superman's got that problem? Superman's flying along, and here he goes and suddenly gets stuck behind this slow flyer. And here he is, I'm trying to save Metropolis, get out of the way, Batman! So, I've always had a fear of chickens. And so I grew up on a farm. We had pigs there. When I was about 3 years old, I was walking out in the backyard and this rooster just comes at me. It's this little Godzilla chicken. And I'm just freaking out. To make everything worse, helicopter just happened to come flying low at the same time. I think it was probably coming out to scope out the not-eating chickens, but that's like, it's scary. So my mum comes running to say, she's got a dressing gown on, and I'm ready to open up the dressing gown like this, scaring off. But out of nowhere, this slow walker just steps out in front of my mum and she's stuck. She can't get to me. But then, you know, all my heroes, Superman can't get to Batman's too good, because Batman's too slow. Batman's just not getting there in time. Superman can't get to you because he's stuck behind Batman. So anyway, Bum's going, I can't get there. So he's supposed to get to the phone, checks the weather. Superman thinks that Neo's sitting there and he's going, oh, why would I keep my ticket sat? So he checks in the salad bar. Then Batman reaches into his belt and he pulls out a tank like boom, big deck plate, chicken goes running off. And so everything's nice and happy and we all went off and we recovered over a gluten-free soy latte.
Kevin Weaver.